Good afternoon, everyone. This is Michelle on Michelle's Life on Repeat. I'm making myself some 13 bean soup for me and my husband, and I'm going to take a container over it to my mom's house, drop it off in her garage, wave at her through the window. I miss my mama. What's your favorite kind of soup recipe? My husband always asks for 13 bean soup, and I like split pea, chicken noodle, turkey and rice. Those are some of my favorites. And of course I love the ones with cheese, but I can't do dairy, so I don't make them. My husband's like, how come you don't make them? And I was like, because I can't eat them. It's a 2-for-1 deal in this marriage. So I have food allergies to eggs and dairy, and had to limit my gluten for about 4 years, but I'm back on that. But anyhow, cutting up some carrots. Getting my veggies chopped in. Can't forget the garlic. That's a favorite ingredient of my husband's. We have a saying in our house that if it's a form of a compliment. If you put a lot of garlic in your food, no matter how much you put in, and my husband likes it, he'll say it's good, but it could use just a little bit more garlic. And that's always a compliment. And it's funny how we'll have company over and they're like, woo, it's pretty garlicky. And then he'll say, but it could use a little bit more. So I think that's a cute way of saying, I like your soup, Ma. What have you guys been up to? Yesterday I started my little tiny garden beds. I do container gardens on my porch, so I started my lettuces. I just basically used seeds I had from last year because I didn't want to go out shopping. So I got some lettuces in, some snap peas, some zucchini, some sugar peas, pickles or cucumbers, and carrots. Got my carrots in. It was all out of radishes. So I couldn't get them in. I know they grow fast, and so I wanted to try roasting them. I heard someone say that they roast their radishes and it takes the heat down and makes it a sweet. So I'm interested in trying that. How about you guys? Have you started your gardens where you're at? Just cutting up more garlic. Let's see, I got my garden in, or not in, I mean just small buckets of it on my one porch that gets sunshine. Last year I tried to be very adventuresome and I tried the straw bale gardening. Had a lot of things planted, but it turns out the trees all budded and I forgot that they shaded most of my garden, so it didn't grow very well. And I ended up moving everything that I could that was in a pot off to my deck. So this year I'm just going to do off my deck. Not worry about the backyard. The whole backyard that looks like you can garden in it in the spring, but in reality come summer it's got too much shade. So that's what I did yesterday. I was folding laundry this morning, talking to my mom on the FaceTime while I was folding it, and we had remodeled and decorated and painted one of our bedrooms that used to be one of our kids, and turned it into a guest room. So when she does come over and visit, she usually doesn't go up the stairs. Just with her age, she doesn't feel confident with stairs that much. So there was no need to go up them. So I was giving her the tour of the room, and then I was folding laundry. Now, obviously, we live too much of a lavish lifestyle if we have too many clothes that we don't need to iron them and get them out of the dryer right away. So I was folding these clothes and I couldn't remember when I wore that shirt last. I'm like, when did I wear that shirt? And I had a brand new shirt I bought at Valentine's and it had my favorite Peanuts characters on it. And I love it. Haven't seen it since February, because I have this perpetual bucket of clothes that are going to be re-dried to get the wrinkles out because I didn't get them the first time. Anyone else have that re-drying bucket instead of ironing bucket? When the kids were little, I'd have a bucket of going to hem, sew, or put a button on, and luckily they all outgrew them before I ever got to them. So it's kind of like my husband's workbench. He says, put it on my workbench, and that means I might never see it again. But anyway, it was fun to laugh with my mama this morning. Gonna take some soup over to her later. Tomorrow, probably. So making that 13 bean soup. This is how I measure. Needs a little bit more. I am so bad with recipes. I cook off of my heart, not off of my recipe. Any recipe that starts with something, I always have to add something to it to call it mine. This is hot sauce. Gotta add my hot sauce. But anyway, if you want my recipe for what I typically make my 13 bean soup with, let me know. I add meat to mine. I add a smoked ham hock, and then I chop up ham at the end. But that, so far, is what I'm doing. But if you want the recipe, let me know. I'll put it maybe in the description down below. Hello, someone's getting a dent to chew, and it's not me. My girl has gone on a walk this morning with Dad, and then he went on a bike ride, and now he's out pulling my weeds. I'm exhausted just watching him, but she's getting her yummy treats, her favorite. Can you sit, pretty girl? See you later, alligator. Now she's got to go run and hide it. Anyway, chronic fatigue. I've done a few things today, and I just feel like I've ran a race, and I haven't. I went out and I used the hoe, is that what it's called? The hoe in the garden, and did a little patch of, you know, maybe 2 feet by 2 feet. That was all I could do. Some days it's frustrating, some days you feel like a failure, but I'm learning that you can only do what you can do. Soup is boiling. Excuse me. Soup is boiling on the stove. Husband's working the garden. I think I'm going to go take a nap. Have a great rest of your day. When your service dog's favorite thing to do is laundry, and you're out of special treats you feed her while she helps you do laundry, you have to sneak her outside to go water the grass while you quickly put in a load of laundry. That's what I had to do before my nap. One more thing. Here's just a little bit of my container garden on my patio. I've covered them because it's supposed to rain with some fabric, but these are my carrots last year. They grew great in the, obviously it just looks like dirt with carrot seeds in there because I just planted them yesterday, but they grew great. They're hard. In fact, when I was digging them out to flatten the soil and stir it up, there was still 2 or 3 carrots in there. And down here we have herbs that always grow, and then the other half is going to be some salad, lettuce stuff. And I got sugar snap peas. I think out here we're going to put a big trellis arch, what's it called, cattle panel. It'll go up from where the rabbit is there, that little rabbit stand. It'll go in the ground, go up and over, and then come back down on this side, and then I can line it with the pots and the things that grow up, like the zucchini and the pickles and the snap peas can grow up along that on the vine. And you know, I always think make a label right away. Yeah, I forgot. I'm almost certain those are some sort of thing to go on a salad. Either the lettuce or, yeah, I can't remember. Oregano grows year-round here for me, but then I have some containers here of different lettuces growing. That's left over from last year. It survived the winter, and is it Swiss chard or doesn't tell me what it is. Some organic vegetable that's done well. I added some more seeds. But these are my 2 blueberry bushes on the end that are budding. I hope you can see them. They're really pretty with the see if I can get behind it. Focus. Anyway, they're budding and growing. And then I have 2 thornless blackberry bushes right there and a trellis for them to go up. Can't wait to see if I get any blackberries this year. I don't know how many years you have to wait till you get a blackberry. Sprayed them with neem oil. And over here I got more of my salad fixins. I call this my salad bar area. I come out here in the summer and I snip, 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 put it in a bowl, take it in the house, and turn it into a salad. More salad things growing, and mint that's always growing. Anyway, so far that's what I got started. Right here, this gets the most sun. So this is now officially my garden deck. Good morning, everyone. It's a new day. It's the day after soup day. And woke up this morning to rain in the northwest, go figure. But with that comes a little bit harder to breathe and a little bit harder to get my head clear. But I have an appointment today and I'm a little anxious about going outdoors. It didn't hit me until about 10 minutes ago that I haven't been out past my driveway in a long time. And I have to go to a medical procedure. Every 12 weeks I get Botox. It's like 35 shots that they put in my skull and my neck and my face to prevent the migraines. And it's that time again. And the doctor has called and spaced everybody out so there's no more than one person in the waiting room at a time. But just knowing I have to go out, it's like weirdness came over. So my heart's going a little fast, but I'm trying to calm down. I also need to go into the store and pick up a prescription. And my mom needs some allergy medicine. So I'm gonna get a fresh fruits, some prescriptions. We got some ants that showed up unannounced. Yeah, I need to get some ant bug spray. And hopefully I'll be in and I'll be out. I think I have toilet paper, so I won't need to go down that aisle. But then I'm going to drive over, take my mom her medicine and her soup and drop it off in her garage and wave at her through the window. Give a faux hug through the window. This is the crazy times, but I have hope. We will get through this. It will have an end. Right now we're just climbing, but I'm going to do my part as you do your part to help the world go round and round. So today's soup day. I'll take it over to Mom, get my prescriptions, get my medical procedure, get back home, decontaminate, take a hot shower, throw my clothes and my tennis shoes in the wash machine. That's my plan today. Peace to all of you. Be safe. Be wise. Bye-bye. Well, I just had my procedure done. The parking lot at the clinics are obviously pretty empty. But my doctor, bless his heart, he said he had to fight to get a mask. They said that they were all for the emergency room and he had to fight to get one on, to wear one for the day. I asked him if he could wear homemade ones and he said it's against the hospital policy. What do you do at that point? And I'm like, you sure? You can't just take, I have an extra one coming in the mail. You take it home, you wash it, sanitize it, bleach it, whatever you need to do. It's yours if you want it. It's hard times. Yes, I did run in for a battery for my thermometer. They didn't have it, so I got me some Peeps, Cadbury egg, and some fingernail polish to fill in the gaps. Yes, I'm crazy. I'm gonna go crazy. Now I'm gonna go drop off my groceries at Mom's house. she got me coffee. She got me coffee. Social distancing coffee with your mom. It's a pretty day in the northwest. And you can see the beautiful blue and white puffy clouds. Pretty. In between rain. It's a little bit chilly in the wind. Coffee is perfect. Hey everyone! We finished the day's adventures. I'm having a warm cup of leftover coffee from this morning. It's been in the carafe. But came home and hubby put a salmon on the barbecue. We had some rice dish and some vegetables to go with it, and a little bit of carrot cake to follow that up with. And now I am marinating my ribs. Yum. That's one of my specialties, ribs on the barbecue. And that'll be tomorrow or the next day. They have to marinate for 24 hours. But we made it through the day. Got to see my mama. I went to 5 different stores looking for a replacement battery for my thermometer, because there is no more thermometers. And of course there is no more batteries for my thermometer either. 392 I think is the number I'm looking for. So any of you have a stockpile of 392s, let me know. They're like little tiny little dots, tinier than the ear ones you put in your hearing aids. So anyway, looking for a thermometer or looking for the batteries. That's my quest. But I got some fresh vegetables over to Mom, some fresh veggies, and got more things in my refrigerator, and hopefully I won't be leaving the house for like another 2 months. That would be my dream. Yes, dream. Well, you guys have a good evening. Be safe, be well. Talk to you later in the week. Bye bye.